Cool. Hey, y'all. Welcome. We are super excited to be joining you all back again for our weekly lives on Monday. It's your girl, Heather Bird, and I am a writing coach and CEO of Bird's World, where we help you write and publish your book. And I am joined here with my girls, Bridget Brown Jackson. And today, we are featuring our girl, Coach Jackie, who you will hear a little bit more about, talking about the power of imagination and how it plays a part in your everyday life and how you can harness your imagination. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But Bridget, let the folks know who you are, what you do, and give them a fun fact about you. What's a fun fact?
Oh, I thought you was gonna tell me I could say something funny because every now and then I think I'm a comedian.
Look, if you think you a comedian and you wanna roll down that road, go ahead. We'll see what we got. If y'all laugh,
Yeah. I
mess
ain't
with
got
us
no
in
joke.
comments.
I ain't got no joke. You gotta tell me a fun fact about me. Hey, everybody. I'm Bridget Brown Jackson. I am the CEO, founder of Exponential Edge Adventures. Organizations pay me to help them attract and keep to their staff, right? And train and grow and develop them. And so one fun fact about me. Mm, well, I'll say this. I just got through telling you all about this before we went on live. I have 14 grandbabies, and I had the pleasure to see four of them yesterday.
That's what's up. Yo, that's a blessing. That is a blessing
Were you
right
supposed
there.
to say I don't look like I'm a grandmother?
No, not at all. Like, don't crack. It's beautiful. I love it. Hey, y'all. I see y'all hopping on this live real quick. So if you were joining us, let us know that you were in this room. Let us know your name, where you're from. Give us a fun fact about you. Again, this is definitely a conversation that we want to be able to have with you, not just a monologue or a conversation that we're having with ourselves. So make sure you hopping in that chat. I see you, Joy. It's really great to see you. She said, "My three people, you know it." So we are here in the building. And then it's darn it, help me out.
Shawan.
Siobhan. I was like, I don't know why I wanted to say Shadon, and I'm like, I know that's not right. I have another friend named Shadon. Bless me, forgive me, I apologize. Shawan, it's really good to see you in this space. What up, Martha? So glad to see y'all. Yes, from Dallas. We didn't say where we were from. Hey, Chi-Town, in the house. Bridget, where you from?
Detroit.
And Jackie, let the folks know who you are, where you from, and
Cali in the house. Cali all day, baby.
let's go, yo. We are representing three different time zones. It is wild. But Jackie, we've done enough here. Let the folks know who you are, what you do, and a fun fact about you before we dive into all the juicy goodness you about to.
Yes. Hey. So my name is Jackie, Coach Jackie, if you will. And I'm a money mindset coach, helping female entrepreneurs to cure their generational wealth curses, really clear those money blocks, honey, so they
Let's
can
go.
attract the money and the success that they truly deserve. And so I loved your little fun fact. So I want to throw out here my fun fact. I truly love talking about money. See, fun fact about me.
I mean, you're not lying though, because every time I'm in a conversation with Coach Jackie, yo, let my mindset be off. Let me say something that is just not aligned with what my vibration should be. When I tell you this woman will be like, "Can I tell you something real quick?" And I'll be like,
Listen,
"Yeah." I just walk right into that trap every single time.
That part. What about the whooping? Tell everybody she gave us a whooping before we got on the call.
Yo, we got schooled. We got schooled. But y'all about to join us on this journey because when I tell you the way in which my mindset has changed so much. Oh, I didn't even get to tell y'all about my stuff, Jackie.
yes,
Things have shifted for me a lot because of our clearing session. And we'll
yes,
talk a little bit more about that. But when I tell you, Jackie and I got on a clearing session, she got me right. And it was through imagination. You really got a chance to tap into what I wanted. And I got to imagine when I tell you, I was holding on to that. Anytime my mind starts to go in a negative direction, I hold on to that moment that we had together and I replay it. So we're talking about you already and hyping you up, but you know you the truth. Let the folks know why you the truth. Talk a little bit about what we are going to just discuss today and have a conversation around. And your fun fact is you love talking about money.
I do.
Well, Floor is yours, boo.
Let's have this money conversation.
Let's
So
go.
no, I really do love talking about money. And the reason I say that is because, I didn't always have the best relationship with money. I mean, me and money, we used to duke it out, like for real, like be out there just in them streets punching at each other. And so now, having this different viewpoint on money, that's why I love talking about it. We have to stop being so, I don't need all that. Come on, baby. Let's be real. You are meant to create. You have been brought here to create, and your creations depend on you. So that's like, being the only one in art class with a stick figure on your paper while everybody else has whole landscape paintings.
Hey,
Okay.
look, stick figures need lands too. I just want to point that out. Can I just
They
make
do. But that's
now. I'm just kidding.
But that same stick figure may have wanted a whole road with its own car to get to its next destination.
Yes.
And so at the end of the day, a lot of us are just staying in this box because we think so many things like, oh, I can't be this, or I shouldn't be that, or, if I don't have a lot of money, I don't want to get too big for the people around me, right? Like we have all these thoughts. And so what I've been doing is I've been deep diving into money mindset. When I say deep diving, I'm literally like in the ocean swimming with my fins. I'm a mermaid. I'm in deep. And so, we in there deep. And so at the end of the day, what I have learned is what I wanted to come here and talk to you guys about today, and has everything to do with your imagination. We create twice. Once in our mind, and the second time in our physical reality. There is nothing, and I would love for you to challenge me on this statement, but there is nothing that has ever been created without imagination. Nothing, right? Everything that you do, everything that you experience was created due to imagination. And it's funny, I just went back and watched Coach John's Chat GPT video, right? His training. And inside the training, he had this video about Steve Jobs. And it was when Steve Jobs was just first announcing the iPhone. And the funny part about it is Steve Jobs took the iPad, took a phone, and put it together and said, iPhone. Okay. And everybody was like, ooh, ah. And then even in the seeing this new iPhone, they didn't even realize how big the camera was going to be. They didn't realize this little iPhone was going to be something that people were going to be unable to live without, or pretend they can't live without. But like at the end of the day, we create twice. That took imagination to create the iPhone. It took imagination to create the telephone. Okay. I mean, if none of us were ever imagining anything, we would still honestly be in horse and carriage, riding around.
Yeah.
But because of people like Henry Ford, we got, you know what I mean? Like our imagination is what takes everything. It's what creates everything. And it's what creates what happens to you next in your life.
Absolutely. And if you think about going back to my favorite thing to do is go back to my 5-year-old self. Like that's the age that I always put out there in the world, right? When we actually had the permission to create worlds of our own. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, and I've said this a couple of times about how when we're 5 years old, we have the permission to dream. We have the permission to use our imaginations, to build forts out of sheets, and chairs and blocks and shoes and whatever else we find. Like we start to reimagine what these things that are around us could be used for. And it's not till someone tells us you can't do that.
Yep.
Or a table is a table, but you can't use it as a stage. Or this shoe is a shoe, but you can't use it as a telephone. Like they start to slowly but surely pick away at our imagination to where we're no longer confident in what our minds can do. So I would love you, Jackie, just to talk about how we've gotten to the point that we've gotten to in our lives. And then we'll talk a little bit about like how we can begin to reprogram, unlearn, and get ourselves back to dreaming more,
Yes, 1000%. I love that question, Heather. We have been told stories by other people. Like you said, you were up there taking that table, creating your own stage. And then all of a sudden you're told, this is for breakfast, dinner, and lunch only. And now your imagination can only see the table being used in that form. Yeah. And so the same thing goes true for your businesses.
Oof.
You have these big dreams. Somebody comes to you and says, no, babe, that's not right. You need to be in reality. And they bring you back down to what is. But you can't create from what is because you're only creating more of what is. So if you stay focused on what you see directly in front of you, you're only going to have more of what you see in front of you. If you want to change, if you want something different, it's like you said, Heather, there is a rewiring, but it's you being stuck in the stories that everyone has always told you, and you taking them on as true and factual when it no longer is.
Ooh, somebody just hopped in our chat. Yo.
Yeah.
Who told me I couldn't?
Who told you? And that has everything to do with clearing money blocks. Because the clearing of the money blocks is going back to the who told you you couldn't and you telling yourself a new story. Yes, they may have told you couldn't, but now you go back to that 5-year-old self, like Heather was just saying, right? You go back to that 5-year-old self and you tell her she can't.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like a lot of people, you can't go back in your past and really tell that. Yes, you can. You can go back and then to yourself, this is the healing part of it all. But to yourself, think about it. Who told me I couldn't? Once you realize who told you, you said, oh, okay, that was
the release that will happen. Because you'd be like, nah, this is nonsense. But then when you actually identify, I remember it specifically on a call with you, Jackie, you were asking me questions. And when you were asking me questions, you're like, nope, that's not the right question. Nope, that's not the right question. And why? Because I didn't have the emotional reaction of, for instance, finding who told me I couldn't, right? It was like, oh, it's this person. No, it wasn't. Oh, it's this person. No, it wasn't. Because my whole body said that is not the release that I needed in order to move through that block. You know what I'm saying? So like, who told me I couldn't? That's a whole question for us to hold on to for an entire week.
It is.
And post in the chat, come back to this live. Let us know who told you you couldn't. Yeah. Let us know what they said, and then let Coach Jackie rewire your brain so that she can get you to the point where you can actually realize that you can do the thing that you had set out to do.
Yeah.
Bridget, what you doing over there?
That part. I'm just taking it in. I'm sitting here listening, and I'm thinking about our little paddle. You said she took us back to school. Jackie took us back to school, but she took us to Catholic school. She grabbed that little ruler and she was popping us on our hand. Look, I never went to Catholic school, so I don't even know but that's what I heard that the nuns used to do. But being an educator, I thought that was really a good joke. But yeah, Jackie was talking to us.
That she gonna be a funny again, y'all. She's over there being funny.
And she got on me. So I'm gonna be real transparent. She got on me. I've been having a lot of stuff that's been going on. And actually, when Heather, you just asked that question, it just popped in my head like, wow, literally, instead of being in the place of I miss my mother-in-law, Jackie just said something and it just triggered something when you asked that question, Heather. When I was able to go down there, she had land. She had almost 60 acres of land that she purchased. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how much money she used to make back in the day, but it wasn't what some of us make now and can't do that. Why was she able to do that? Jackie just said she got out of the blocks. Nobody told her she couldn't do it. And she decided that they were going to do it. Her and her husband were going to do it. And so now she's gone, but that legacy is still left there in the family. And so I was just telling y'all about my grandkids. So I'm just thinking, like, Bridget, you got to get out of this and stop letting people or yourself tell you couldn't, because this is not about me. And you said this is bigger than us.
You said something key though there, Bridget. You said she decided. And I think that's what a lot of people forget. That is the hugest thing. That is actually something that I have my clients do, is make a statement of what you are now deciding, what you decide to be true. Because see, the thing about it is there's so many truths, but let's be honest, there's infinite possibilities. For each individual, it's a new truth. There's a new truth for each person, and it depends on them. And so let's be honest, when you want to decide, you get to say, I've decided, right? I've decided I make $150,000 a month, right? I've decided, dang.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say it again, because when you said that, I bet you a lot of people thought you was going to say a year. Say that again.
I thought I was going to say a year. That month slid out my mouth so quick. So, I mean, real talk, at the end of the day, it comes down to that, what you decide. I've decided. And that decision that you make, it changes the way your mind is thinking about it. It changes what your mind sees. Your mind thinks in pictures, you guys. So when I say thoughts become things, it's because your mind saw the picture first. Your mind thinks in pictures. So as you're thinking, as you're stating things, as you're remembering things, there's a picture that comes into your mind. Heck, you can smell something and get a picture.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. And so your mind thinks in pictures. Your imagination is just a picture away. It's just a picture away. And if you're sitting here picturing everything you just see regularly, like, oh yeah, I look at my bank account and it's at a blah, 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 right? And it just kind of always stays there. That's because you don't see the bigger number yet. Right? And so it's about thinking in the pictures of what you want to see. You can easily stay within the realm that you're in. And I know a lot of people are like, but doesn't it take work? Like, doesn't this have to happen? And doesn't this have to happen? At the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you. The moment that you see it in your mind, all of a sudden, the things that you need are going to start coming before you.
You know, can I give an example of that? Because some people don't believe that that is true. And the way in which you're talking about, you know, being able to reprogram your mind, we do it on a daily basis, but don't even realize we do it. And maybe not a daily basis, right? But think about when you go to dealership. I know everybody's had this experience. When you go to the dealership and you want to get a car, right? I have a Jeep Compass. Well, I would say I didn't see this before, but I didn't see as many Jeep Compasses. But I went and wanted to get a, you know, the Jeep Compass. And so I pull out the lot thinking, oh, I got myself a car. That a lot of people had this. As soon as I pull out the lot, I see every single Jeep Compass made on this earth, and it's all in my like 5 mile radius. Like it is just right there. It's because my brain did not access that part of the information that I needed to access to see the things that I needed to see. And that's exactly what you're talking about, Jackie. You're talking about saying, this is what I want to be able to see in front of me. And it's been there, but you didn't have, what was it, 50,000 and 70,000, 80,000 thoughts a day that go through your mind. Your brain is making decisions. So when you make the decision, and this is something I'm saying is I'm repeating what you have been telling me for years, right? I'm repeating, this is no new information, but it takes us to say it over and over and over and over again to have it actually sink in. So there is power in these visuals that you're talking about. There is power in us making the decision, because when you make the decision, your eyes start to look for the things that are going to confirm, good or bad. She's so proud.
Good or bad. I just feel like such a mom, my babies. But no, at the end of the day, this is
that whooping works.
Yes, it's so true. Think about it when you're looking for something, right? You're looking for it, but you're telling yourself, "Oh, I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys." What picture you think your mind got in it? Not finding them keys.
Am I the only person that tries to imagine myself as the keys? I'd be like trying to be like, if the keys had a mind, where would they go?
Where would they be? That's a good one. But really, at the end of the day, stop looking for it. And you say, my keys are going to find me. They'll find me. Because like you said, imagine my keys will find me. And all of a sudden, you can see where the keys have been all along. You may have even looked in that drawer and didn't see the keys. Because you were looking for them. At that point, the keys are like, oh, we playing hide and seek. Girl, I can hide better than I can show you. So at the end of the day, it is the same thing. It's like when you said, when you bought your car, all of a sudden you saw them everywhere. Our mind is only going to show us what we need to see. You're not going to see everything, right? You may say, I want to start this business. You're not going to see the whole business from the beginning to the end.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody were to show you all the information of everything that you need to do in your business to make it successful, you're going to be over there sweating. Oh my God, that's overwhelming. And how would I even get to that end part? And I don't even know how I would do this, because you got to be able to see it one step at a time. So the first and foremost, think the thought, imagine what it will be. then the possibilities show up for you. The inspired action comes. It was funny because that's what my auntie said. She said, this is my aunt Martha McGann, that's my auntie. But she said, you have to decide what you want and then go get it done. There is no go get it done. Decide what you want and everything you need to do is going to show up. You ain't got to go do nothing.
But you have to be prepared to receive it.
You will be because you said you wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
You're already prepared.
I'm gonna challenge that. Can I challenge that real quick?
Please.
Because as someone who said, during my rough period, this is what I want. And I know for a fact it showed up several. You have sent the thing to me. And I have watched the thing and still couldn't see it. It's the example of opening up the drawer. The keys are right there, but you do not see the keys. That's what I mean by that. Like you have to be ready. Just saying it isn't enough. You have to, that goes to the feeling, seeing the picture, feeling it in your body, right? And if any of that is off, that was me. I was like, I want this. Jackie sent me, I texted Jackie one day and I said, Jackie, I'm driving. I need money mindset. Send me a video. She sent me a video. And it was the same person she had been sending me for months. But this was the first time I was actually able to receive it. Because before I was like, Jackie, something wrong. I'm not getting it.
No.
I'm broken. Something wrong. And that's what I'm telling myself. So that's what I'm believing.
Right.
But you were ready. You were really ready for it.
She was.
You were able to really hear it at that point.
But let's be honest. She went through steps to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my whole point. Even when you just make the statement, you're still going through the steps and you're eventually going to be ready for the information.
You're right.
But you got to start with the A. I want this. You got to start there. A. I decided I'm going to be this. And that's where you start. And the steps don't always look pretty. Sometimes they a little funky. Sometimes you got a little bad attitude. Or you run into some people that kind of piss you off. Or you run into a situation where you thought that it was going to be gravy, baby. And it just was terrible. Right? These things are going to come. And it was so funny. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine today because she realized she had so I love talking about people about money, right? Again, I love talking about money. And we were talking about money blocks. And I was literally out at a club this weekend, y'all, talking to money blocks with some random man. He was talking and I was able to hear he had some blocks. So I was trying to help him through them because I was like, well, no, sir, let's look at it differently, And I'm literally helping people reframe in the club, right? Like a little weirdo. Grabbing me. Why are you talking to the ugly boy? Girl, stop. Wait a minute. He got money blocks. Excuse me, sir. Let's get back to this. So again, let's talk about how we're going to say this. So I'm that person. I just love doing that. But my friend Jacqueline hit me this morning and she found out she realized she has a fear of success. And her fear of success had everything to do with, look, I wrote it down because that's how good it was, y'all. I'm crazy like that. Her fear of success was fear if I have it all, something bad will happen to me. Isn't it true? Something always, the other shoe always drops. And I started, we were talking about that. And she said, you know what I realized, Jackie, is even if the other shoe drops, right? Even if something bad keeps happening to me, I'd rather have the money to handle it than not. Well, then there's that. And then I told her, I said, and then not only that, Queen, with every bad thing that happens, aren't you learning something? Aren't you getting better? Isn't something great happening to you from there? She was like, and then there's that. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like we were just laughing and talking. But my whole point is, we got to better the bad is not bad. Right? Bad is just leading you to something. Right? And then honestly, at the end of the day, imagine, baby. Imagination, I'm sure the moment that y'all saw the title, like imagination, what kind of old little girl stuff is this? Let's keep it 1,000. I dare you to. I dare you to use your imagination.
Like, hold on, drop in the chat right now. If you are going to look here, yep, Jackie, you said you dared him.
I dare you to.
Who's going to take up the challenge?
Accepted.
Who's going to accept the challenge of imagining?
I dare you to use imagination. I dare you to use your imagination daily. Daily. Like, imagine something that you desire daily, whether it be the house, the promotion, the money in the bank. It could be the travel. It could be, but spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes imagining this reality that you desire daily and watch your life change dramatically. dramatically.
And I'm a testimony of that, Jackie. And like I said, so when I keep saying that Jackie whooped us today, she didn't notice she was just talking. She was just teaching. She was doing what she does. She was doing some pre-coaching before we got on the call, and she was sharing some things, but I haven't talked to them because I was in the middle of my grief. And that grief got to me where I stopped doing my routine. And I know every time I get off my routine, then something happens. But one of the things that Jackie taught me to do was do those visualizations, to do some of those things, to stop those blocks and to have those positive conversations. And when I was doing that, stuff was happening in my world. And you just said earlier, I kept talking about a situation I'm in right now, and I was speaking it in the negative. And guess what? It got even worse.
Yeah.
So it does work, Jackie. It does work. So people listen to you. It works.
Yeah. And it's like Bridget said, you can either work on the good end or the bad end. Like you are creating. I said this at the beginning. You are a creator. You're creating your reality. It can either work good or bad for you based upon whatever you're saying. And we're not saying good, bad, either one is better than the other. It's your choice. If you enjoy the bad stuff, we're here to cheer you on. We'll, I guess, listen to your drama. We don't really want to, but that's on you. We'll hear you. But I mean, and it's real talk. Heather's laughing at me, but it's real. Like when you guys got that friend who always has something bad happening to them, and then they get on the phone. It's like, girl, and then this. You like, dang, again, girl. Like, I can't get on the negative train with you because it goes a little fast and it's going the direction I don't want to go. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off the stop. You can keep going that direction. Yeah. I'm gonna go this way. Yep. But in order for me to go this way, that means that I gotta stay positive. I gotta stay feeling good. I gotta stay surrounding myself with positive statement, positive people, positive things. And people, call it what you want. They even have this thing rolling around talking about toxic positivity. I'm like, that is an oxymoron. But okay. But at the end of the day, when you really realize that.
Wait a minute. I just think about what you just said because I heard that one. Yeah,
toxic positivity. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, like, what? I agree.
But what they're saying is when somebody is in a bad place and you're trying to be overly positive to them, that, don't do that. But I'm going to tell you like this. Anytime that you have a jar full of dirt and you go pour some water in it and then try to pick the dirt out, you're going to be sitting there forever. But if you have a jar full of dirt, you pour water in, but you keep pouring water in until all the dirt comes out, you have a much better solution. And so at the end of the day, it is about filling up your cup with positivity, positive things, positive spaces, positive people. If you're having a hard time, you're in a funky mood, it's hard to get out. Shoot, I've been in a funky mood, trapped in the negativity, felt trapped in my sadness, But the getting out was one positive thing at a time. Yeah. It was turning off the Real Housewives.
Watch me. That part.
Watching a YouTube video that uplifted me, enlightened me. It came down to watching the music I was listening to. There's certain artists who are really positive, who literally sing affirmations. Why am I turning that on? Or starting to just talking to girlfriends or stop conversations with girlfriends. I had to stop a conversation with a few girlfriends for a couple months. Got around these young ladies recently. I ain't gonna say how recent because then they're gonna know who I'm talking about. Got around these people recently, and their negativity kind of put me in a funky space when I was already up here, high vibe, feeling good. So you just have to remind yourself that the positivity is not just the information you feed yourself. It's the people you're around. It's the stuff that you're watching, the music that you're listening to. It is all of that. All of that matters. And if you try, this is what I'm saying. Just try. Just try. You could try for a week. Like right now, I'm on a mental diet, and it's the best thing I think I've ever done for myself.
Time out. I'm going to do the same thing I did to you last time. Jackie, what's a mental diet?
Yes. I'm so happy you asked, Heather. A mental diet is you, just like a diet for your body, but you're actually making sure that everything that you input into your mind, everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you're saying about yourself and other people are positive. Mm-hmm. And you're going to run into situations with bad drivers where you're going to want to cuss them out. These bad drivers. But you're going to have to stay positive. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I told Bridget this earlier, somebody could be cutting you off and you'd be like, you know what? They must need to really get somewhere. Or you know what? I must need to slow down because I'm missing something. I'm going to get there perfect divine timing, honey. You just keep on going, singing your little songs. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you to feed your mind. A healthy brain is a positive brain.
Oh,
It's
that's
up
good.
to you to feed your mind the beautiful things that you want, desire, that bring you joy, love, happiness, all that stuff. Otherwise, you're writing your own ticket.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you want to see.
So I know we came at this from a little unconventional way of giving y'all these nuggets, but I really need y'all to be able to drop in the chat the thing that you're going to walk away with based on the stories that we were able to tell y'all, the way in which we've had to reframe our own mindset. What's the thing you're going to do? Are you going to go on a positivity diet? Is that what you called it?
Yes.
Are you going to go on a positivity diet? Are you going to think about the words in which you're using on a daily basis and begin to reframe the way in which you
Sorry.
Ah.
I'm sorry, I hit something. I was trying
She
to
wants to
type
do a
it
little
and
dance
ask
while we
people
do
the
this.
question. Sorry.
She wanted us to do a little dance. It was funny. But like what's the one thing that you were going to do? I know for me personally, the thing that I'm going to do this week is to hold on to the visualization exercise that I did with Coach Jackie during my Clear My Money Blocks session. All right. There was an exercise that we did that I am holding on to every time something happens. And so I know I've been talking about this clear your money mindset, clear your money blocks. I'm sorry, session. Coach Jackie, talk a little bit about this session, what this looks like, and how people can begin to reframe their minds
Yes.
and get themselves right.
Yes. Okay. So clear your money blocks sessions are phenomenal. They are a one-to-one call with me. We get on the call. We go through that who told you that? We go through that. Who told you that? Who gave you them blocks? And we clear them one by one. We cross them off one by one. And then from there, right? Because we only can get so many in an hour. From there, we go ahead and I actually do a personalized affirmation series just for you to enhance everything that you learned, right? To enhance all of the positive, beautiful information that you've received now that you're like, I feel so good. I'm so high vibe, to keep you there. So it is just this phenomenal way for you to come one-to-one. We clear your money blocks, and then you get something to just keep you in that high vibe consistency of receiving money.
So, how many slots you have? What does this look like? How can
Yes.
people
So
sign up?
I have 5 slots open for Clear Money Blocks session. And again, it's phenomenal. It is life-changing. The people who have done it have walked away and they've come back with testimonials like, girl, I done brought in heck of money. So I highly recommend it. It is something that, you say you're going to clear your money blocks, but you won't do it by yourself. We try to.
We're
but it's
trapping our
hard.
own minds.
So can you give an example of that, Jackie? Like literally how fast it worked? Because I know somebody
Ooh.
that you did it for,
Yeah,
and it worked instantly, and
literally.
it was over 5 figures
Yeah,
within
she made
Yep.
over
that.
5 figures. So I did a clear your money block session. Within 2 days, she signed her first 5-figure contract, had her first 5-figure month that month, and then ended up getting a chance to speak in Puerto Rico.
So it worked.
I like how you just said this like it was no big deal. You were just listening and then done. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, anybody else want a 5-figure month
Exactly.
from
That's
one
right.
gig
It's up to you. It's up to you.
and then go speak
Again,
in Puerto Rico? Anybody want to go to Puerto Rico? Like,
I do. Take me.
You
I'm
know,
with
No,
you.
it wasn't just no 5-figure month. She said contract. It was a
Yeah, it was a
contract.
contract,
Yeah,
5-figure
right.
contract. Yeah. And ever since then,
Good.
everything's been off the hook for her. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to I'm here. I'm here for you. Like, you deserve to be making the money that you desire. You don't have to do this alone. Clearing your money blocks is such a process. And it is a scary one. And when you have someone holding your hand, it just feels so much better to just feel the love and the support. So yeah, let me
Yeah.
support you.
And help you get out of your own way.
Oh,
Like you said, you
honey.
can't do it on your own. So
Yes.
get out your own way.
Okay.
Bridget, what you got before we close out?
All I got to say is to the people who are listening live, thank you for staying here and showing up for yourself, because this is really true, and use your creativity, as Jackie has already said. And number 2, if you are watching this in replay, Make sure you let us know. Hashtag replay squad. We love y'all. But more than that, share this with somebody that you know are struggling in this area. That's the piece that the three of us have been able to do. We're going on almost 3 years of friendship. And it all was because we decided we were not going to let people keep telling us the story, but we were going to change our story. And we were actually learning how to be better speakers at giving better stories. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely say that the having the three of us together has, I was gonna say obviously, but that's not even the right word. Like it has changed my life for the better. And it's because one of the reasons is definitely because me being able to have a more positive mindset, like going on a positivity. I never like considered it as a positivity diet, but like
Right.
it was definitely like a clearing my mind. It was definitely an unlearning. It was like that was just something that I heard today. I was just like, oh snap, what is that? I think I know what that is. Let's make this happen. So it's yeah, Coach Jackie, you have changed my world.
Yes.
Thank you. Let the folks know. Close us out. Um,
Yes.
y'all better hop on this.
Yes. Hop on this clearing session. Get in here. Get your money mindset right. And not only that, I just want to let you know abundance is your birthright. It is your birthright. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different. You deserve to have the money that you desire. You deserve to have the money that you want. And all you got to do is get out of your own way. And I'm talking about in your head, baby. So if you need help with that, again, I got your back. Don't do this by yourself. You deserve to have somebody hold your hand and do it with you, baby, just so you can make sure that you truly, truly soar. And last but not least, again, you are a gift to this world. Please treat yourself like one and keep shining your light.
All right. We will definitely see you next week, y'all. Talk to you soon.